What's up, guys? Mr. Chwahuzi here. I'm going to try to make this video short to see if I can upload it by the end of today. I doubt it, so if you're seeing this on the 27th of August, then it uploaded then. But if you're seeing this on the 26th of August, then it uploaded then. And if you're seeing it after then just check the date and you'll see what happened. Alright, so the second round has already started. It's been going for a few days now. And I completely forgot to make my picks. So, I'm here to make my picks. I'll try to be short. First up in the West is the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Vancouver Canucks. This was a really easy series to predict because Vancouver is really, really good. But Vegas is so much better. Vancouver has a lot of youth and a lot of speed, but Vegas has a lot of experience and a lot of veterans on their team. And they have two great goalies. They've got Fleury and Lehner, whereas Vancouver just has Markstrom. I don't even know who their second goalie is. That's how much Markstrom has played. That's how good he's played. And I think Vancouver will rely mostly on Markstrom to win this series, whereas Vegas can win this series even without a good goalie in net. Their good goalie is going to help, obviously. You need a good goalie to help you win the cup. But their defense and their offense is so good, they can really put pressure on you. And we've seen it the last few years that I think Vegas has this one easily. I don't think Vancouver will put up a fight, though. I say easily because of what I think the series will turn out to be. But I think that Vancouver will really put up a fight. So the games that Vegas wins will more or less be close. I know there were a couple. I know the two games that were played now had really big scores. I think it was 5-2 for Vancouver and 5-0 for Vegas. But I think those two games are going to be the outliers, and it's going to be very close down to the wire for most of the rest of the games. So I have the Vegas Golden Knights moving on to the second round with a 4-1 series win against the Vancouver Canucks. I'm passively cheering for Vancouver, but I did choose Vegas to go to the Western Conference Finals in my hockey bracket and in my pool. So I'm really cheering for them, but if Vancouver makes it, then good on them. Okay, next up, we got the Dallas Stars versus the Colorado Avalanche. I think only 2 games of this have been played so far. I believe Colorado at the moment is winning 2-0. Dallas at the moment is winning 2-0 in the series. And I think that's the way it's gonna go because Dallas is. It's the same thing that I said last video. No, not last video. 2 videos ago. When I predicted Dallas versus Calgary. I said that Dallas would win because Calgary has a lot of youth, but Dallas can really shut them down. And that's what happened. They shut them down, they have experience, and they play a structured game. And they did that. And I think Colorado is the exact same. They're slightly more structured, slightly more rounded team than Calgary is. But I think that Dallas is just more structured than Colorado. And I think Colorado has a lot of good offense. McKinnon, just to name the best one. And I think Dallas can really hunker down and really take this series. I do think Colorado is going to make it close, though. This is definitely going to be a close series. So I have Dallas winning in 7 games, 4-3. Colorado will definitely put up a fight. I think right now it doesn't look like they're putting up a fight, being down 2-0, but I think for sure they're going to put up a fight. No doubt. It'll be tight near the end for sure. Because, the first couple games of each series are each team figuring each other out. And then afterwards, you see what works the first 2 games. And then afterwards, everyone just kind of They get together, and there's no lollygagging at the beginning of the game, which is what I really like about playoffs. Is that at the beginning of every game, after the first first game, they just go right in it because there's not the period of kind of feeling each other out and kind of slow. You've been playing each other for 2 games. You can just go boom right into it, and I think that's what's going to happen after. I think tomorrow is when they play their next game. It's either today or tomorrow they play their next game. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. All right, I think that's all for the West. Yeah, it's just 2 series on in the West. So I'm going to pause, and I'll be back in just a second with the East. Hold up. All right, and we're back. Okay, so the East, I actually had a lot of troubles predicting these because these are 2 very close series. One of them, they may not seem as close as they are. Can't speak. They may not seem as close as they really are on paper, but they're close. The first series we have up is the Boston Bruins versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. This was definitely the toughest series for me to predict because I could see either team going all the way. They both faced similar opponents in Carolina and Columbus. One team is slightly better than the other, but it's really close between Carolina and Columbus who the better team was. And I think the series ended up about the same. I think Boston won 4-1, and I think Tampa also won 4-1, or Boston won 4-2. I don't know. You can check in my old video up there again. But this will certainly be an interesting series, 100%. They've both proved throughout the regular season that they're good. Tampa Bay was amazing last year, kind of faltered, but then rose straight back up again to last year's standards. And Boston has just been the top of the East for the last 2 years, maybe more. They both have experience being here. Boston, the most recent, being in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Tampa, I think 3-4 years ago against Chicago, I want to say. Chicago or LA when those 2 teams were going back to back to back. So it'll certainly be interesting. It'll definitely be close. I think there have been 1 or 2 games in overtime. As I'm filming this at 9:12 p.m. Eastern, the game is going on right now, and it seems close so far. The series is currently tied up. But in the end, I gave the more experience and the more grit because I think whoever out muscles the other team is going to win the series. I think Boston, they have Char and Marchand, and they are able to hit the body, play the body, and do really well. So I gave this series in 7 games, 4-3, to Boston. It's tight. I can see it going to either team. I'm hoping for Boston to win because I chose them to win the Cup this year. Not looking good so far. It's looking fine. It's looking fine so far, but, it's going okay. But I could totally see Tampa winning it. And if Tampa won, I'd be a little upset for my hockey pool, but I wouldn't be like, Boston's the worst team in the league now. No, it's going to be close. Even if it's this, like, 4-1 after this, for either team, it's still going to be close games, But yeah, I think it's tight, but I gave it to Boston 4-3. All right. Now, the final series in the NHL second round is the New York Islanders versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, there we go. This was really tough to call because I could see this series going 4 games. It's not Philadelphia won today, so it's tied 1-1, so it's not going to be a sweep. But I could totally see it being a sweep for either team. I can see it going 7 games. I can see it going 5, but I have it going 6 games. And again, I think that Philadelphia has proven themselves. I think both teams got out pretty quickly in the last one. New York, I think, got out quicker. So they're definitely more refreshed. and they have an amazing coach in Barry Trotz. But that's really it. It's all the advantage they have. Philadelphia has Carter Hurt, who is amazing. They have, I don't like their coach. He was kind of an ass against Montreal's team, especially with Gallagher's broken jaw. I didn't like that so much, so I'm a little about that. But they have a very gritty team. They're very fast and they're very gritty. Gritty. So I think that Philadelphia is going to win this in the 6 games, 4-2. Now, although it kind of seems like Philadelphia runs away with this, I do think every game is going to be close. I know I said this like 100 times, but every game is going to be close because that's what this second round is. That's what the semifinals of the quarterfinals of the entire thing, but semifinals of the conference and it's going to be close. I think most games are going to go into overtime, or they're going to be like 2-goal, 1-goal at the end of the third period. So I gave it to Philadelphia 4-2, but I think, again, I could see it going. I could see the Islanders winning 4-1. I don't know. I don't know about the East. West was a little easier, but the East is just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they're very good. So congratulations, Philadelphia, for moving on to the second round in my pool. All right, and I think that will do it. Yep. Okay, so tell me what you think about my picks in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. To the 2 people who are watching, maybe I can get it up to 3 people who are watching. That would be intense. I'm just saying, that would be intense. You can look at my grainy face as I shoot this on my phone because I don't have a proper camera. Woo! Tell me what you think about my picks in the comments. Who are you picking? Don't forget to check out my last 2 videos on the first round and my other last 2 videos on the qualifying round. And hopefully it may even be a week from now, we'll come back with my predictions for the East and West finals, and with the results of the second round. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.